Start of the second period, ladies and gentlemen. So far, so good for the Manila National University MFT Bulldogs as they're up by 5 against the Malolos Mighty Bulsu Golden Gears. Noel Zarate along with the commissioner, Vince Hizon, bringing you the action here from the Filsports Basketball Association, the only league in the Philippines that is regional, grassroots, and amateur.
We have our own little niche, and we really don't compete with anybody. We enjoy right where we're at, being a amateur developmental league, and really giving a platform for tomorrow's superstars today.
Could Kenneth Reyes be one of those superstars as he gets his first field goal, cutting the lead down to 3. Here's De La Cruz setting the table now. This is Arjan De La Cruz. R.A. Napa going inside. We have Joven getting his field goal, and that's J.B. Joven.
Joven loves to carve out that space as we look at Fajardo going to the basket once again. And he always does.
I think Joey Guanyo's watched enough tape of Dominic Fajardo to know that he's the marked man of this squad. In the meantime, that pass almost picked off. R.A. Napa with a problem containing the ball. Here's De La Cruz. Arjan gets it out to R.A. R.A. from Arjan does not work. And Irvin Soto says enough. Dylan Alulod pushing it up. Del Rosario back in the game now for Malolos Mighty Bulsu. Alulod now assuming the point guard chores. Kenneth Reyes looking for Soto in the post. Irvin attracts a double team, and before he could move, another foul is called on one of his defenders. This one will go against J.B. Joven.
You know, it looks like right now, especially with, well, I was about to say Isa Gaye on the bench. They look a little bit shorter and quicker, but, you know, they bring Isa right back into this ball game, provide that extra length to change those Bulsu Golden Gear shots inside.
So Isa Gaye now draws Irvin Soto as an assignment. You have some numbers there to share with us.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the stat sheet here. Rebounds for Malolos in the first quarter, 9. Rebounds for Matt Salem, 9. He did exactly what the ultimate to go with his 10 points.
That's
so
right.
10.9 rebound first quarter for Matt Salem. Pretty good quarter.
Well, he is on the bench. I would say that's a pretty good quarter for Matt Salem, but he's on the bench right now as Kenneth Reyes scores once again underneath. Isa Gaye lifts it out. De La Cruz lets it fly. That doesn't work. Rebound Irvin Soto.
Irwin cleaning up inside, and he looks to be in pretty good shape.
Right. Irvin Soto, of course, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know this as he tries another 3. This time he misses that. He was actually college teammates with the De Ocampo brothers, Yancy and Randy Del, over at St. Francis of Assisi College. And another PBA player, former PBA player, Eric Canlas. So that's a pretty tall team. We're talking about 6'8" Yancy, 6'9" Eric Canlas, 6'5" Randy Del.
Yeah, that's not pretty. That's super tall for college. That's a lot of tall guys who love to shoot both inside and out.
And they had a 6'3", 6'4" off guard named Nazir Kazim.
Oh, yes.
And their point guard was Al Vergara, was about 5'7".
Man, that's like a PBA team already in college.
And Nizar Kiram, actually, and again, their coach, Gabby Velasco at the time. So that was a big man factory, St. Francis of Assisi, the Doves, where Irvin Soto played for. In the meantime, Deputado out of San Beda getting his first basket of the game. That's a long 2.
Absolutely. Once again, looking at a thing of beauty in the passing of these Manila NU MFT Bulldogs. Such unselfish basketball.
Reyes, that looks like an unorthodox shot, but that's actually the way he shoots his jump shot. As Dominic Fajardo has picked up his second foul.
You know, I'm looking at Dominic and I'm saying to myself, this guy got stronger. I think he's been in the weight room the whole offseason of FBA. I think he's getting ready for that jump. Yeah. He needs to bulk up a little bit if he wants to go into the higher leagues.
Well, you know, the knock on him, actually, Vince, is really just his outside shooting.
That's about it. But once he gets that cleared up, how effective will he be?
Right. Deputado, that's Chami Deputado, the youngest of the Deputado clan that came out of San Beda. A bunch of point guards, they're all brothers. Oh, how about that? Gutierrez, who's obviously a crowd favorite, getting that one down. That's John Gabriel Gutierrez. First time I've seen him in action.
Yeah, and he brings Bulsu right back, only down by 2. And a big shot in the arm. I think once you make those outside shots, you start feeling the confidence. The rim starts seeming a little bit bigger and bigger.
Check this out once again.
One more time.
This was off the dribble. And in the defense of Arjan de la Cruz. Here's Chami Deputado as they move it around. De la Cruz with the fake. Finds a teammate at the side. Flores with a jumper. That is a miss. And the follow-up is good. And
he's not only big, he's not only long, he's got some touch to him as well.
Yeah, and if Isa Gaye can actually develop that, a lot of teams are going to have a hard time defending against him.
And to think he's just going to join the UAP next year.
Right.
So he's got another.
Yeah, but his resume, as he bats that ball away, his resume already has Senegalese national juniors team on it.
So he's already a national athlete in his home country.
He's one of the 12 best junior players in his country. As Ernest Reyes checks in for Dominic Fajardo. Dominic Fajardo struggling in this game, Vince. So we're going to have a timeout here with 5:35 to play here in quarter number 2. So far, so good. Manila NU still up by 4. We'll be right back. I'd like to invite everybody to please follow us on Twitter as well at FBA Connect to get the latest from the only regional grassroots amateur basketball league in the Philippines. This is the Filsports Basketball Association. And we are coming to you from the Malolos Sports and Convention Center here in Bulacan, Noel Zarate, alongside the Commissioner Vince Hizon. As it looks like NU is starting to get things going in terms of their offense. Gaye actually put a hand on that one, as Joshua Flores is credited for the follow-up. So 30-24 as we approach the halfway mark of the second period. Ernest Reyes back in the game now for Malolos Mighty Bulsu. Irvin Soto going cross-court. Kenneth Reyes for 3. And a battle for the rebound. Isa Gaye hits the deck. And it will stay with Malolos. He's trying to look for a foul.
You know, that's probably one of the things he's going to need to do is kind of bulk up a bit.
Yeah.
And get in the weight room a little bit more, get stronger.
And eat more.
Just eat a lot.
Eat a lot. Eat like one side of the menu. He'll get there.
Such a struggle for athletes. You have to eat more. Yeah. Okay.
When you stop becoming an athlete, that's a problem,
that's the problem.
A miss by Gutierrez, and it'll be a last touch against Del Rosario. So 4:45 to play here in our first half. And so far, Joey Guanyo's boys are in the driver's seat.
Holding tough.
That's right.
I think they're really predicating their offense on great ball movement, drive, draw, and dish type of deals, and you know, they're not really forcing much.
Isa Gaye didn't have to force that one. He's just very tall. Into the front court. Ernest Reyes now has to challenge Isa Gaye. Gets away with it. That's the veteran. Chami Deputado now sets the table once again. Arjan de la Cruz. Moving out to Mosqueda. Deputado to the side. De la Cruz. Good ball movement, but unsuccessful that time for the Bulldogs. And here comes the Bulsu.
This is the pace I think that Bulsu would rather play at, kind of upbeat.
Well, they wish they
go
had
for those steals.
Yeah, but they wish they had Dominic Fajardo on the floor at this moment. He's still cooling his heels on the bench. Here's Irvin for another 3. And Irvin will miss once again. Oh, nice fast break here. Oh, but Gaye wasn't looking.
I think it hit him in a bad part of the hands.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. Maybe there's a little too much heat on that pass. He wasn't able to come up with it.
It is still a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs as we segue into this timeout. We'll be right back. 3.5 to play here in our first half. It is 32-26 in favor of the Manila National University MFT Bulldogs. Noel Zarat is still alongside Vince Hizon, giving you the action here from the Malolos Sports and Convention Center in Bulacan. Jackknife shot for Gutierrez.
That was an amazing shot there by Gutierrez, who did a wonderful spin there and got himself enough space to make that great shot.
The lead is down to 4. Isa Gaye on the turnaround. Wow. What a tough shot.
I'm sorry. All the great defense in the world ain't going to stop that shot.
That's right.
That's just too good.
Ernest Reyes, being the veteran that he is, finds a way to get to the free throw line. So Ernest Reyes, actually, you and I, Vince, did the game last conference where he hit a shot to send the game into overtime.
Yes. He is one of those guys who's really, he loves to penetrate, even though he's a big guy. He doesn't necessarily want to shoot a lot. Let's look at that spin one more time. just put De La Cruz in the popcorn machine there.
And
And said, hey,
that was a
going
Jason
left.
Castro move.
I'm going right.
That was a Jason Castro move right there.
Yeah.
So Reyes missing the first free throw. And again, it's great to see these young kids, you know, come out here. Of course, obviously a student from Bulacan State University, just showing their wares. And you know, one day you might be, you just might be in the pros. You might just be in the national team, and that's what the FBA is all about. Here's Sanining now. Deputado. Moved it around. Sanining for three. Reyes trying to challenge Isa Gaye, and he's successful.
But Gaye, just to get to that ball, he had to go a long way. And
Right.
I'm just amazed he actually got there.
Reyes on the stretch, almost, but not quite. They're really taking it to Gaye, aren't they?
Well, they're trying to force the action, maybe get him into foul trouble, but he's not biting into their fakes.
Reyes with yet another rebound. De Leon in the game for the first time with a problem, and he will lose possession. That's Deo De Leon.
That was some pretty good pressure in the backcourt by the two guards from NU MFT.
Salem. Deputado with under 2 minutes remaining here in our first half. That ball is kicked out. So with a minute and 55 remaining. Sanining will inbound. Deputado, nobody near him. Isa Gaye!
That's active. And if you're a Bulsu player, you got to keep that guy away from the basket as much as possible.
How can you not see somebody 6'9", 6'10", streaking to the hole? In the meantime,
He was
Deo De Leon.
hiding. Maybe he was hiding.
That's a good job hiding. Gaye gets it inside once again. Sanining gets a good pick. Sanining jumps it out. Salem inside to Gaye.
Oh, nice
Extra pass.
passing.
That's good.
Wow. The ball went from inside to outside to the baseline to a streaking cutter to an and one.
That's Kins Go getting his first field goal of the game. And what a treat it would be as we take a look at the movement again. This is just great patience shown by the Bulldogs. I'm looking forward to the matchup between Manila versus Quezon City. That's gonna be interesting. You got two systems that are pretty similar going up against each other.
Yeah, well, let's see how that happens.
Yeah. Of course, Quezon City, represented by UP Diliman, getting their first win of the season. You could call that an upset over Marikina Wangs. That's a miss on the layup there by Deputado. Deo De Leon going the other way. That's a better idea.
Short 17. I mean, if you're going to go to the basket, you know that thing's going to be volleyball out of bounds.
Right.
Shoot that short 17, and if you feel confident, go for it.
Right, and I'm sure Coach Anthony Tayo approves of the decision of his player. Deputado left open. Second three of the game.
But you got to give credit to Go for that look-away pass. He actually was looking at the top of the key, but passed the ball off to the wing for the open tres.
How about this? Now an 11-point lead for Manila NU. Ernest Reyes cuts it down to 9. Outlet pass. It's just one fast break after another. Joey Guanya did not like the execution on that one.
Unnecessary. That's one of those things that NU really pounces into their players. No unnecessary passes, no unnecessary movements, and he really didn't need that. They got a comfortable lead. About 20-plus seconds left in the first half. They don't need to rush anything.
When you were playing in the PBA, how many times did Joey Guanya shoot in your face?
Never.
No?
Never. I was never guarding him when he scored.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
Here's Reyes once again on the penetration. Drops it off to Del Rosario, who gets the layup. Still enough time here for the Bulldogs. Sanining on the run. Had to force it up with his right hand. And that'll do it for the first half of action, where we see a 42-35 edge for the Manila NU MFT Bulldogs against the Malolos Mighty Bulsu Golden Gears. We will have more from the FBA when we return.